Hello, 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 guys. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. Let me put this on here. Can you see me okay, guys? How are we doing today? We're all doing good? First off, first off, it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. And you better believe anytime I'm on a call for the next, probably, I'm going to say, I was going to say to the end of October, but it's probably going to be to the end of November. I'm going to play spooky songs. So that's just me. Favorite season. So let's message some people, guys. We have 16 people on a level up call. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be a little bit savage. This is disappointing. Very disappointing. I don't think we've ever had this little of a show up in a long time. And I'm gonna let y'all know I stayed up till 6 a.m. doing slides for you. And they're not spectacular, okay, but it's just to show I love you guys. Let's get you on. Blake, I see you're coming in here twice, getting two people on, huh? You're just bringing more, you're just up in the number. That's what you're doing. You're just up in the number. It's good. All right, so yeah, let's let some people in. How we doing today? How we doing? I feel like in a Disney movie. I love that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how we doing today? Be honest with me. This is a safe space. 9. Okay. Astronaut. Oh my gosh, Daniel, like you can't compete with these numbers. What are you doing here, man? 7.5. All right. Okay. You got the colds. That's not good. That's not good. It's okay. This call will energize you, make you feel better, give you the sauce. Okay. The day will get better though. I like that. Always get better. All right, guys, I'm gonna get right into it. We'll let some people in. You know, if they there's a solar eclipse today, like tonight, or what time? Right now? They'll cancel the call. We're going on. It's done. It's done. Solar eclipse. Okay, guys, if you get any content, tag me. I am all about that solar eclipse. All about it. All about it. In the US right now. How come the US only has it? Just kidding. Just kidding. But yes, guys, let's let some more people in. So, who is drop a 1 in the chat if you are participating? We got some more people coming on. Okay, that's better. That's better. Drop a 1 in the chat. Jack doesn't even know what I'm saying. If you guys are participating. Oh, yo, guys, if you're participating in the campaign, drop a 2 in the chat if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I see a lot of one. I see a lot of spamming. You know what? I love this energy, guys. This is what I needed today. Okay, this is what I needed being up till 6 a.m. This was good. This was good. Love that. Okay, so pretty much this training, the chat is still going. This training is going to be directed towards stuff you probably already heard, but I want you guys to really listen and understand like these are just like little tidbits from here and there. What I noticed, I really think you guys should take in to this campaign. Now, I do want to tell you guys, we had a similar campaign last year. For those of you who were here, you remember it. It was called Monster Mash. Okay. Shout out to Edwin's not even on the call. Y'all, everyone tag Edwin in the chat. Say, where are you? Like, what's going on? He was just on the platinum call. These platinums, you know what? Shout out to Norhan. I'm pretty sure she's the only one on here from the platinum call. The newest diamond ambassador showing up to every call, no excuses. All right. Where's everyone else? I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, so this time last year, we had a very similar campaign. And I'm gonna let you guys know that campaign was a huge reason why I went from Diamond Executive to Ambassador. A huge reason because I took the skills that I learned from that campaign to really push, to learn how to track, to learn how to get over my fears, to, you know, really take the basics of what we do and then learn how to duplicate it into my team. Okay. So I'm going to get into it. Going to get right into it. Let me open up these slides for you guys over here. Perfect. I love campaigns, guys. I'm going to get right into it, like why, you know, campaigns are important. But let me, oh my gosh. Can you all see my screen? Can I get some thumbs up if you can see my screen? Perfect. Okay. Let me make this wide for you guys. So I'm going to enter all these people in. The Launchpad. The Launchpad, guys, the must-haves for network marketing success, if I can even say that word today. So the Launchpad, what does that mean? It means we're going to the moon. If you take these tips, if you take what I'm going to tell you today and actually utilize it, okay, not just take notes, not just say, hey, I made it to the call, Megan, but actually implement it in your daily life, you will see success before the end of this campaign. I guarantee you. And I don't like to guarantee, but I guarantee you will see success. All right. Perfect. So I'm going to go into the next slide here. So what is a mentor? If I were to ask you guys what a mentor is, can you tell me? Let me open up the chat here. Talking to myself. The savage mentor. Like the answer. Easy. Perfect. Perfect. A mentor. I really wanted someone who guides and helps you. The ultimate teacher. Ooh, I like that. Sort of sounds like a wrestler. You know what I mean? The ultimate teacher. A leader. I like that. Here's the thing, guys. The reason I really wanted to highlight what a mentor is because I feel this campaign, for those of you who watched the Saw video, shout out to the leaders who made that. But if you guys actually watched the Saw video for this campaign, he talks about how, like, along the lines of, you guys are not utilizing your tools that you have at your fingertips, and blah, blah, blah. Like, he says it way more scary than I did. And that really got me thinking, what is the tool that really made the difference? That video was Attack on Umaima. I'm going to call that right out, especially for her. We love you. But it's a mentor. A mentor is a tool that you guys have that a lot of people don't. Or if some people, and I'm going to be straight with you guys, very, very straight. I've been in other platforms before. I've been in other, communities before. And nothing against them, but guys, I'm just gonna be real with you. A huge reason why I left was lack of mentorship. I was a racehorse, and I'm sure a lot of you, I've seen it, a lot of you have that drive in you. You just don't know what you're doing. And I get you. I totally get you. I don't know either. But all you need is to be coachable, willing, and hungry. Coachable, willing, and hungry. That is it. That is all you need. I have seen smart people. I have seen dumb people. I have seen all across the board people actually become successful in this profession. All right. So a mentor, this is a trusted advisor with experience. With experience. A mentor's use is to help you get from point A to point B. Left for the same reason. Exactly. So it's to help you get from point A to point B in a shorter amount of time. Why would I touch the hot stove when I have someone who already was cooking before me and it was like, yo, the stove's hot? Like, do you know what I mean? That's what they're there for. Okay. And I really want you guys to be able to utilize a mentor properly. A mentor, notice how I did not say, and I'm going to be straight with you guys, they're not a therapist. They're not your therapist. They're not your babysitter. They're not your mom. They're not your dad. They're someone with experience, a trusted advisor. Now, hear me. I'm not saying don't go to your mentor with what's going on in your life. I actually love when my people come to me because it allows me to not only connect with them on a different level, but it allows me to know what's going on. Because if you're on my team, or if you're in the chats, you've heard me say before, this is not just a job. This is not just a career. This is a lifestyle. This is something, if you are taking this seriously, guys, if you actually want to achieve greatness, legacy, like Jessie Lee legacy level, you have to understand that this is a part of you. Okay, so I want to tell you guys, I don't think you guys, don't necessarily, I feel like you guys don't necessarily know how to use a mentor properly, how to use it properly. I can hand you guys a screwdriver. I can hand you guys, a wrench, but if you don't know how to use it, it's still worthless. It's just a tool that you're holding. So how to utilize a mentor effectively. Be a sponge. We talk about this a lot. You are forever learning, guys. You are forever a student. Be a sponge. Every single thing that your mentor says is important. Now, if you are new to this call, SpongeBob, be sponge. Oh, yeah, I love you. If you were on trainings with me prior, I talked about when I first got here and I moved my stuff across the country to go get mentorship from Christian, Rosanna, Edwin. I wanted to get perspective. I wanted to get proximity. I actually have in my phone, I have in my notes, I have like a Christian file, Rosanna file, like anyone. I even have some of my downlines, to be honest. I have people that have told me something that's clicked, that has something of value, something that's working for me. I have a Umaima file. Like I have files of different people. And it's anything that clicks for me, I write down why I'm a sponge. I'm a sponge. Something that we said on the platinum call that we were just on that I really liked, that Norhan said, was when she tuned out all the noise and really focused on what her mentor was saying, that helped her achieve her rank. It's in my notes on my phone. So like that's the thing is you, and I want to say this because I feel like some people get misconstrued. Your mentor, like I was the same. I took everything with a grain of salt from everyone. At the end of the day, though, I brought everything to Christian and was like, "What do you think? What's up? Like, guide me." You know what I mean? So here's what I really want you to ask yourself: what do you want from a mentor? What do you want from a mentor? What's the purpose, and the goal that you're trying to get together? Like, what is it? Really think. And of course, a lot of you are going to be like, well, I want to hit this rank. That's great. But you are not going to hit the rank that you want the person you are today. And what I mean by that, for example, Megan, I can't believe I've been here over a year. Megan, a year ago, would not be able to get on a builder's call. It is a story that I keep saying that when I first got to Toronto, and I remember sitting in this cafe with Rosanna and Edwin and Christian, and they were like builders calls in like 5 minutes. And then I walk out of the bathroom and they're like, hey, you're opening builders. And I was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like I was almost in tears. I ran away. That y'all, for those of you who've been here for a while, you've seen that call. That's the thing, is that Megan sure as hell could not lead the way she's leading today and could not achieve the income that I do today, because your personal development will always match your income. If you've not heard that before, write it down. Okay. Your personal development will always match your income. Even if you make a lot of money right away, it will always level out. It will always level out. So you need to ask yourself, what's the purpose of getting together? Do you want to learn how to public speak better? Do you want to learn how to lead better? Do you want to learn how to communicate better? Do you want Edwin, did you throw up? Yeah. Do you want, to learn how to carry yourself better? Something that I really liked, just personally about my experience, is like, Christian helped me a lot with the business, but when it came to like who I wanted to present myself as, like as a woman and as like a strong female presence, I was able to get perspective from Rosanna. And like that's the thing that you guys, like being in this community, being in multiple different places, guys, something that I love. I'm not going to say what company, but there was one place I was with that my mentor would literally roast you, like would get so mad at you. You were not allowed to talk to any sidelines or any other mentors in the space, only them. And Daniel was like that. Guys, it was wild. Here, you have a whole chat full of builders that love to answer questions. What in the toxic, like I could tell you stories, but that's the thing, is that you have leaders here that genuinely care enough to shout out to the people who did this campaign. I know it's part of it, but like guys, like they were staying up till like past 6 a.m. getting this together for you guys because they want to see you win. So really ask yourself, what do you want from being in this relationship with them? Okay. Now, they're not here to drag you. They're not here to drag you. You've heard me say this before, work with the willing. I'm going to break that down for you. Okay. I understand in the beginning, and I'm going to say all the things that maybe the leaders don't want to say, but in the beginning, we're here to show you this is a new experience. We're here to walk you through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, give you the steps that you need. Something that I love about, this community is we have the correct launch system. We want to make sure you have all the tools necessary to drive your car, to get from point A to point B, to be in the right vehicle. Okay. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Okay. You guys got to be thirsty. You guys got to go. Now, I read something, actually. I don't have my book on me. But I read something in one of my personal development books, and it was about what's his name? He's like the Tiger Woods, I think, the famous golfer guy. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, perfect. So he's a GOAT, in golf, right? He's a GOAT. He's really good. And even he had a mentor. He hired a mentor. And the whole story was on the premise that he had a good swing, but he wanted to even perfect it more. And everyone else was like, yo, like, why are you fixing something that's not broken? What are you doing? And he's like, no, I hired a mentor because I know I can do better. So he went to that mentor and said, this is what I want to fix, and this is how I want to fix it. How can you help me? So if you guys really want to utilize your mentors and you want to be your mentor's shining star, you're not going to come and be like, Christian, like, I just suck. I don't know. I'm not getting anybody. I don't know what to do. Like you're not going to come with that. You're going to say, hey, so I noticed that I have I'm having a harder time maybe reaching out to people. I think it's because of my communication, but can I run this stuff by you and get your opinion? hey, I'm gonna show you my messages, and just really quick, I just want you to you know, maybe do a rundown with me. Guys, when I was first learning how to present again, do you know how many times like I did a rundown in front of Christian, in front of Rosanna? Like I did that stuff and I brought it to them. Hey, you know what? I noticed my content's not getting a lot of engagement. You know, you maybe want to take a look with me. I think I want to implement this. What are your thoughts? Hey, I noticed how many times I would see other, because we'll get into social media here in a bit, but I'd see another person from another iGenius team or whatever and be like, hey, I noticed that this is working for them. What's your opinion on that? Because good results sometimes enforce bad behavior. That's what a mentor is there for you. Like, please write that down. Write it down. Good results enforce bad behavior. Write that down. Okay. For example, for example, my friend was eating junk food when we were younger, eating it, eating it, eating it, eating it, eating it. She was losing weight, so she didn't stop. We found out later she had a tapeworm and she got diabetes from her bad eating. Like it's do you know what I like that's so that's just an extreme, but just to give you guys an idea, yeah, bruh, like it's true. So I really want you guys to be solution oriented and go to your mentors with stuff like that, because I have seen other people maybe get positive results, maybe hit a rank, maybe do something. So then I want to switch my entire thing just to copy them. But then I bring it to Christian and I'm like, hey, like I want to implement this. And he's like, hey, it's up to you. But at the end of the day, this is what I noticed from my experience. It saved me tons of time and money and effort. That is how you use a mentor effectively. Does that make sense? Because I want to make sure this topic makes sense to you guys. And be honest with me. So drop a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, Megan, I don't know what you're on. Okay, try again. Rinse and repeat. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any 2s. Perfect. I love that. Drop a 3 in the chat if you're not going to say anything at all. I don't know. But another big thing, guys, know your strengths and weaknesses. Know your strengths and weaknesses. What are you good at? What do you want to work on? Like, you need to know this, because when you come in, your mentor, yes, I can know my but when you come in, your mentor does not know you. And here's the thing, it's different for me, it's different for people in Toronto, because even then it's still not, but the leaders can see you guys. We can see you. We can see when you're not inviting people. We can see when you're not messaging. We can see when we give you an assignment and it doesn't work. Okay, we can see that physically. But if we're online, we don't know. So you need to come to us. Again, this is like, hey, what I want to fix and what I want to work on and how I want to fix it. It's the same thing. Come with us and say, hey, you know what? I'm like, if it were me, for example, I'm very personable. I'm very loud. Okay, I'm not scared to get in someone's face. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm not scared to close. What I want to work on is maybe my communication's not always the best, and sometimes people take me dry. Y'all, I'm gonna be straight with you. If you're on my team, if I message you, I message sort of dry. I sometimes sound when I'm upset, but I'm not. It's just how I message. That's something that I'm working on, for example. So I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and that's how you're going to improve. Now, this is the last one on this topic, guys. No shame in asking for help. Do not feel bad asking for help. And I'm going to call it out. And if this resonates with you, think on this. Okay, I'm gonna wet my whistle. Hold on. So, time and time again, I've seen people come in here, and sometimes it's ego, sometimes it's just you don't want to like bother your mentor. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. They come in here and they burn through solid leads, or they say a statement on social media they shouldn't. They presented the opportunity very, very false. They've done this not out of bad intention, but because they did not ask for help. When you are new and let's say I gave you an assignment. Let's say I'm everyone's mentor. I give you an assignment. I'm like, hey, I want you to make a list of people, and we're gonna work through them together. And I find out that you made a list and completely did not talk to me, and you got on op calls with people, and you're telling them, yeah, I guarantee you can make 40K a month, and like this is not, like, it's not good. It's not. I would rather you come to me and ask me for help and be like, hey, this is what I want to work on, because I'm going to be able, my whole point is I want to make this easier for you. Okay. I'm really driving this in because I had no shame asking for help. And here one of my strengths is I would rather look stupid and get the actual answer than pretend that I know what I'm talking about. And do you know what I mean? Like, I would rather people go, Megan, how do you not know this? And I'm like, well, I didn't know because I didn't know, but now I do. So like, just do it. I asked so many questions, like so many. So do not feel shame. Okay. Got it? Got it? Good. Good. Love that. All right. Online reach out. Online reach out. Yeah, I made this. I made this. So first off, if you have boards, all right, that's a skeleton. I'm gonna be dropping something for you guys either today or tomorrow. To sort of help like some things I've been noticing. But pretty much I really want to highlight this. When you are messaging online, first I want to say, guys, true network marketing, you cannot just do it all online. You can't. If you are cool with it taking longer and not being, and I'm not saying for everyone, but necessarily like, what can you track? How many people you talk to in person, or if a video goes viral? Which one's number one, number two? Which one's easier to actually have control over? Number one, exactly. Daniel's on the ball right now. I was like spamming that. So that's the thing. You need to have both if you want to be great. If you want to be legendary, you're gonna do both. And I'm not saying everyone on this call wants to do that. That's a-okay. I'm gonna teach you either way, whatever you want to do. But online reach out, I'm gonna give you guys the skeleton. But I want to highlight what this says. Use the structure as a skeleton, but add your own personality. If you like, if you ever don't know what to say, I always go back to the main structure. I always go back to the main structure. So I'm gonna explain what the structure is, and then you guys can take that however you want. But let's say someone reaches out to you. You need to qualify them. So if anyone messages me with a call to action, my call to action on all my videos is message me freedom, do this, do that. Keep this house, but change your season. I like that. If they message, the first thing I'll say, is like my personal thing is, hey, I'm glad you're interested in leveling up. Where are you from and how old are you? You need to know that information. The word, like, I have sorting systems. For example, if they're under 18, I put them in my channel. I personally made something that if they're in any of the third world countries, developing countries that have select emerging, if you don't know what that package is, ask your mentor, but the prices are different for the third world countries. I actually have my own Telegram channel that I send them to there, that I have a structure on, like I have testimonials, I have, what affiliate marketing is, I have videos in there for them, but it's another funnel. Why? Because I'm being straight with you guys. For me, at least my stuff, I don't get a lot of people signing up from Nigeria, so I don't get on calls with them. Currency is different, so I have my own system. But I'm letting you guys know, you want to know where they're from, because maybe you're targeting a certain place and their age. That's the first thing you should ask. First thing you should ask. Now they're like, hey, I'm Megan. I am 20. I'm about to be 26. That's scary. And I am from Toronto. Perfect. So now you're gonna be like, awesome. I will always say voice notes, guys. Voice notes. Why? I've had people ignore me, and then when I did a follow-up talking about like just hey, we have an event going on, I used a voice note. And how many come down, Umima, come down. How many messages I would get that were like, oh my god, I thought you were fake. Let's call out Kevin here. I don't know if he's on the call. He literally, like, one of the things he says to everyone, he goes, I didn't know she was real. Devora, one of our newest but one of our newest members, she said the same thing about Joy. She's like, wow, like I didn't know, like, she was real, like, oh my gosh, right? So guys, use your voice. Hey, what's up? That's awesome, you're from Toronto. I'm actually from Toronto too. I'm in North York area. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about you. Like, why are you interested in online income? And by chance, did you have a minute to look at my what I do highlight? That's what I say next, because they're going to tell me why we want to. I did this to him. They want to know, like, you need to know their why. You need to know their pain point. You need to know if they hate their job. You need to know if they want to try their mom. You need to know if they're just looking for extra income. You need to know their why. So I asked them straight up. And then I asked them if they watch my what I do highlight. If you do not, and I'm going to be straight with you guys, if you do not, and I wrote a little thing at the bottom here, have a what I do highlight, do it today. That is your assignment. Do it today. I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. If I showed you guys my first ever highlight, you would laugh. But the problem, like not the problem, the thing is that you will get better and better and better. Exactly. Umayma's got you. You will get better and better and better each time. Okay. Now down here, when making a what I do highlight for the first time, do not worry about duplicating your mentors. Whether you're on Rosanna's team, you know, Christian's, mine, like Norhan, whatever. Okay. Having a what I do highlight is essential. Is essential. Guys, you need it. And do not feel bad about copying it. Because here's the thing, in the first little bit, your stories will be different. Obviously, I'm not going to say I'm a biomedical science student or I was in the financing world. I'm not going to say that stuff. I'm going to say, you know, I'm a girl from Calgary. That was, you know, a server. I had a hard time. Your stories will be different. And if you guys want to practice, guess what? You have a beautiful builders chat where you can say, hey guys, this is my story. What do you think? Do you think it's too long? Do you like utilize the chats, utilize them. And people can give you perspective and then go to your mentor and be like, hey, so this is how I want to tell my story. What do you think? That is better than saying, so I don't know how to do what I do highlight. Okay. What don't you know about it? Just go and like, hey, so this is my story, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? Do you think it's too long? Do you think that is better? Okay. So your story will be different, but when it comes to the actual products, guys, it's all the same. We're all selling the same thing. So whether you want to follow my structure, Rosanna's structure, you know, Edwin's structure, like whoever, we are all tapping on the points of the education, the AI, the signals, and the affiliate marketing. Like that's the main thing, however you want to structure it. And if you can, do a different language. I'm telling you, you want multiple markets. If you plan on hitting IPA here, which I'm assuming you're on this call, you want to, you are going to want multiple markets. So if you can, do it. Guys, something that I wish I might learn another language just so I can. I don't know. But that's super important. If you have a what I do highlight, drop a 1. If you do not, but you're going to do it today, drop a 2. You see a lot of 1s. I love that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you. If it's poop, redo it. Redo it. The best thing about social media is you can keep redoing it. Perfect. Awesome, Storm. Love that. But yeah, now I'm gonna go over here. Let's say I did a down when it says filled out the form. Like if you have a form, all the leaders have one. It helps when people are just watching your page. Maybe they didn't. I've had people not answer my DMs, but Daniel, you're gonna do that today. Blake, YouTube. But I've had people tell me like not like ignore my messages, but then they filled out a form. And it's because they wanted me to text them or they wanted me to email them or whatever. But having a form is important. All right. And then, you know, they've watched your what I do. Because for example, in my form, it literally directs them to my what I do. And if they watch my what I do, I have my form attached. So either funnel, I said funnel, either funnel that I have, they connect to each other. So I know you've seen all the information. And guys, let me tell you, my op calls went from like anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. So I can just call them up and I sign some people up in DMs and I'll get on a 5-minute phone call and be like, hey, this is how you, and walk them through how to sign them up. I'm telling you guys, it makes your life so much easier. And if you're new, I wish I had this when I was new. I wish I did this because instead of having to depend on my mentor fully to answer my questions, I had literally all the information in front of me. And it was the questions you get are way easier to answer. Trust me. Now, literally after they're done, I message them. Let's say their form, they have money, they're from a good spot, whatever. I message them, hey, you know, I got your form. First off, it looks like you qualify. Congratulations. I just wanted to ask you, do you have any questions? Most of the time, they'll say no. I'm letting you know. If they have some, great. You can screenshot that, send it to your mentor, whatever. You're learning from that. But most of the times, they'll say no. Now, I have prescribe or phone call. What does this mean? A phone call, sometimes, like I said, people will get on a 5-minute phone call and be like, hey, like they just want to make sure you're real. They just want the reassurance. Hey man, you know, what's going on? Like you filled out the form, you ready to get started? Like that's good. Prescribe. What I mean by that is some key questions, and I want you guys to write these down that I say. After they watch the what I do highlight, I don't go like, so we doing this? Like I don't ask stuff like that. I'm like, perfect. I'm glad you like first I ask if they have any questions. Then I say, were you interested in the affiliate side, like the business side, or the trading and investing side? I want to know because I want to know what I'm gonna use to sell. Right? Then they're gonna tell me, I'm gonna go, that's perfect. Love that for you. You know, I'll relate to them if they want to do the affiliate side. If not, you want to do the trading side, that's great. And then I say, so how much money? Now, if they filled out the form, you know how much money they have. But I confirm. I go, so on the form, it says you have $600 readily today to get started. Is that correct? If they didn't answer, if you're in a situation where you do not know, ask them. Awesome, great. So because they know, if they watched or what I do highlight, guys, they know that it costs an investment. So now you can just straight up ask, awesome, so how much money do you have to comfortably get started today? Perfect. If they are like, well, I don't really know, this is what I say. I just say straight up, hey, there's no right or wrong answer. I just need to know because I want to be able to tell you what you get access to and how it would look like moving forward. That's it. Most of the time, they'll then tell you. Okay. And sometimes if they're like $50 off from like a higher package, I'll let them know, hey, just so you know, if you have another $50, you get access to this. And this is what I mean by prescribe, because you have the key, guys. You have the key to freedom. You have the key in your hand. You know, the doctor knows better. You don't know better. When your parents say to wear a jacket when it's cold, you don't know any better when you're a kid. You just want to look cool and show off your shirt. Like you need to prescribe to them and tell them what's up. I had a person that I upsold the other day because they're like, oh, I really want stocks, but and then I'm like, I'll tell you what, if you have $100 more, I can actually throw in stocks and everything. Bam, they were super happy. You're prescribing it. The only other question I'll ask, and this is to know if they want to do automation or not, is just how much time do you have? Do you have about an hour or two a day? Yeah, perfect, awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. It looks like we can get you started on this. What I'll do now is I'll send you my link and I'll walk you through how to get started. When you're done, you'll get a confirmation number. That's what I need you to send to me so I can give you access to everything. Sound good? They're like, yep. Then here's key. Here's key. Either get on the phone call with them or, and the phone call is literally 2 minutes. Like you're signing them up, you're getting them going, or you literally just in the DM be like, awesome. It should take you no more than 2 minutes. I will check back in with you in exactly 10 minutes if you have any questions. I'm going on calls after, so I want to make sure I can walk you through phase 1 before I'm not available the rest of the day. Works like a charm. Make sense? Drop 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Did I lose you? Are you sleeping? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. In-person prospecting, guys. In-person prospecting. You need to do this. You will not hit massive ranks without in-person prospecting. You just won't. So the 3 main things you need to focus on for in-person prospecting, how to be successful. This is essential for network marketing. If you just want to build an affiliate business, that's great. But if you want to actually, really conquer this thing, this is what you got to do. So we have names. This is actually important. A lot of people don't know how far a name can go. Names are really important because they build relationships. Go have conversations to have a conversation. And here's the thing. If you get a name, you can go back later. I did this. I literally got a name. I went in to get shoes before my Mexico trip, got her name, dropped a little secret sauce, a little tidbit. Why are you getting shoes? I'm going on a Mexico trip and doing this, blah, blah, blah. I work online. Okay, cool. Left, came back and showed her pictures of the villa I was at. She brought 3 people to an event. Names are important. Now, the key things I want you to really look at with this is this is a powerful follow-up tool. And what I mean by that, people do not remember what you say, they remember how you make them feel. So you can completely mess up, and it's actually an okay thing, because if you seem too perfect when they meet you, they could get intimidated. But literally, hey John, how are you, man? Like, oh cool, yeah, like just really focus on collecting names where you go and being a positive influence. Make them feel good. Hey, that shirt looks great on you, babe. You know what? You have a beautiful smile. Obviously, if you're a dude, don't say that. Hey, bro, what's up? Love the kicks. What's going on? I don't know if I did that right, but it's important. Number 2, Instagram funnels. If you don't have Instagram, I don't know what you're doing here. Get Instagram. Instagram is a really, really important funnel. Jack over there. But Instagram is a very, very important funnel. Now, by funnels in general, I mean your social media, but the main thing about this is this sells for you passively. There will be people stumbling upon your page. I've had a situation where I was at the gym. I literally commented on a girl's leggings. I didn't even say anything about the business. I just went, oh my God, girl, I love your leggings. Where'd you get them? She's like, I got them this online store. I'm like, no way. What's your Instagram? Like, I'd love for if you can send me the link. Okay, cool. Bam. Messaged me less than a half hour later, met me in the girls' locker room and came to the event with her friend that night. Because she's like, oh my gosh, you work online. This is why when you guys are telling me or saying, like, I don't know why I'm not hitting this rank. I don't know why I'm not seeing this. And I look at your stories and they're blank. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Post on your stories, post that you're at the gym, post about this call, post about what's going on. And if you don't know what to post, guess what? You have a lot of people in that chat and you have a lot of leaders that want to see you succeed and that you can duplicate. Funny story, Rosanna one time posted like a story about crypto and I to a T copied it. Like literally screen recorded it, wrote down what she said and said the exact same thing with the same setup. We laughed about it. It was funny. Obviously, don't do like do your own thing, but like copy it. You know what I mean? And she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And another cool thing, again, shout out to her. We have a content plan dropping. I'll let her drop that. I don't even know if she dropped it yet. But you guys, you have tools at your fingertips. Use them. Oh, I don't know if you dropped it yet, Rosanna, but you should. Shout out. I saw it. I was like, oh my God. But yes, another thing too is it builds credibility. I literally I connected with another guy at the gym the other day, and I just gave him my social media, and he's like, "You're famous. You're famous." And I'm like, but that leads conversation. You know what I mean? Another big thing too is this allows multiple exposures. Guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. And if as a salesperson, you mean to tell me that I can get someone to look at my stuff, I can technically follow up with them, I can show them multiple exposures all online, like I don't have to like continuously call them and do all this other things. I could literally just post on my story and they will see it. I have told this story time and time again. There was a time Christian posted a picture of a tripod and he got a sale from it because the guy was like, you know what, bro, you got it, I'm ready. And I'm like looking at him like that's wild to me. And you guys can, Daniel knows the story because I'm still flabbergasted by it. Like I'm literally flabbergasted. Now, what makes a good funnel? I'm going to touch on this really quick. Again, guys, you have the Champions Media Marketing channel. Look at it. A lot of effort went into that channel. It gives you the breakdown. Duplicate from other influencers. But I want to ask you guys, like, why do you follow some of the people that you follow? Why do you like their page? What attracts you to them? That is how you're going to reverse engineer this. Okay. You're going to reverse engineer it and be like, what makes a good page? What do you want to be known for? And I'm going to let you guys know, do not fall for what I did and get into analysis paralysis over my brand. Your brand is something that you will build over time. Marketing and branding are two different things. Marketing is posting about what you do. Your brand is who you are and what what you're going to become. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I had people from last year ask me about my pumpkin jerry this year. And I wouldn't say necessarily it's part of my brand, but people know, like, I'm a little bit more funny, a little bit more laid back. I'm a little bit edgy. Like you will grow into that. But think long term. Ask your mentor. Hey, mentor, I have a problem right now with what I want to brand myself as. This is how I want to brand myself. What would you suggest? Bam, perfect secret sauce. I'm giving you everything. But what makes a good funnel? Okay. Now the last one here, guys, is invites. So leverage. Okay. I literally got a sale last night because I called someone up, or sorry, I messaged someone, was like, hey, I know you were interested a while back. I followed up with her 3 times. This has been months. Okay. And I'm like, hey, I know you're interested. And you were on the fence. I'm just being real with you. But I'm letting you know we are literally doing a campaign that has never been seen before in my company, in my platform, in my profession. Okay, this is the biggest campaign I've ever seen. We're helping people of all experience levels actually make an income online and really get that kickstart. And I know you want to get started. Okay, I know you wanted to get started, in a couple more months, but it would be a shame. I would actually feel bad in my soul if I did not let you know about this, because the thing is that I would hate for you to miss this and actually miss an opportunity that could skyrocket you way further than if you were to get started next week. She's like, all right, bet. Signed up immediately. And so leverage campaigns, leverage calls, boot camps, leverage your mentor. That's another big thing I would do. Like I literally was like, hey, like I would edify my mentor so well and be like, hey, listen, like whether I'm doing an upsell or whether I'm doing like a, hey, listen, my spots are open, but if you want to work with, Christian directly, like if you want to get more, attention from him as well, you would need to actually get started in this date. I've done it before to close ranks. I've done it. I've leveraged my mentor. I've actually leveraged events as well. Do you see where I'm getting with this, guys? The key to what we do is promotion. Promoting is the most profitable skill. Promoting is what? Who knows what promoting is? I've said this before. I want to see. No one knows? Na, 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 na. Promotion phase. Yep. Explaining what you're marketing. Okay. Any last ones? Come on. Any leaders want to answer? Leveraging what's going on. Okay. I actually like that. It's not a bad one. Promotion is making importance of what you're doing. Making importance of what you're doing. All right. So anytime you want to go, how do I promote this? How do you make it important? What pain points are you going to be talking about? For example, I'm going to be promoting this call after this. You guys can go on my stories and see how I promote myself. But please understand, guys, something that, and last thing I'm going to say about events is if you guys want to do in-person events, your mentor would love that. Even if you're not anywhere near your mentor will literally walk you through how you guys can do your own home events. And let me tell you what, if you want to step out of your comfort zone and do that, you will be like, I always would ask myself when I was really running this thing, guys, and you'll see it here soon because I love campaigns. They get me going. I always ask myself, what can I do one more than the next person? What is this person doing at a higher rank that I'm not doing? Or what are they not doing that I could do? So events are really important. If you're in Toronto, super lucky, you get those weekly events. But the biggest thing about this, guys, is I've seen, and I forget who it was. I believe Rosanna spent $2,000 one time to go to like a 2 or 3 day event about Forex. Am I right, Michelle? Yeah, Michelle's shaking her head. Yeah. So just to give you guys perspective, just to learn about that market, all the things that we have, we undercharge. Not Forex. That was Edwin. Okay. You went to a business one, right, Rosanna? It was like something. Yes. Okay. So for business. So just to give you guys example, we cover all financial markets, automation. We cover public speaking. We cover mindset. We cover like all of this stuff. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've gained value, even if you've been like from something in this platform. I personally think we're undercharging for this. So this is why you're going to leverage, like go on your stories, go talk to people, call up your mom, call up your cousins, call up your friends, hey guys, I'm really, really excited about this. Get them exposed. Leverage campaigns, okay? Makes sense? I'm really pounding this into you guys. And I know you probably heard me say this before, but it's because simplicity is the key. Simplicity is the key. If I'm just speaking personal, I've seen it before where I've seen people doing all the right things. They're doing all the right things, but they're not seeing results fast enough because they're connecting money, they're connecting signups with results, with success. And that's not what it is. If you learn something new, if you are a better person today than you were yesterday, you're winning. You are doing more than the average person. That I really want that to like stick with you guys. For real, it's true. Okay, so I see people doing all the right things and looking everywhere else. And if they just stick with it, then they would be better off. Again, why I talked about utilizing your mentor. They could help you when you're overthinking, but it's simplicity, guys. Everything that I'm talking to you about, just these simple things that I'm really going into depth about. If you guys just do this, you will be okay. You will be okay. Now, I'm just gonna go over this really, really quick for social media because I know I went a little bit over with you guys. But we have the main things for social media. Okay. Duplication. Oh my gosh, I didn't put a bracket. Sorry, guys. Duplication. So this is to learn the basics of content creation. If you do not really know how to make content, look at and you guys have heard me say this on trainings before. If you want me to drop my social media training again, I will on TikTok and how to duplicate. But it's literally looking, like finding people either in our niche, I don't know. And our niche is online income. Our niche is, you know, freedom, is travel, like is our lifestyle, okay? Affiliate marketing, e-commerce, drop shipping, they're all pretty much the same. They're online income, making money from your phone. Go find creators that you like their content, and try to make the same video. You will learn tips and tricks on how to edit a video. And if you look at my videos in the beginning versus now, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yes, I did that from just copying and copying and copying and copying and using the tools that I have at my hands. Ask yourself before you post, does mine look better than the original? If no, why are you posting it? Unless you want your brand to be that. That ain't your thing. I don't know. Next thing is creativity. Like, be creative. So have fun with your content. The audience can tell. I know for a fact, and all your mentors know, if you are not having fun anymore. Your content starts to get sloppy. You start to, you know, like it just starts to look bland. We know when you're not having fun. And I'm not saying doing like, I'm not saying you're gonna have the best day every day, but I am saying what we do is pretty awesome. Shout out to Kenzie. I don't know if she's in on this call, but shout out to Kenzie when she dropped in the builder's chat the other last night. She worked 16 hours for $200. I made $200 in 15 minutes. like, you know what I mean? It's have fun with what we do. I can sleep. I can go to the gym. I can do what I want. I'm literally talking to you guys. This is my job. It's pouring value into you guys with people that I love and I care about. That is my job. I was out prospecting. I went to the mall. I went to dealerships even and everything. And I was talking to one girl and she's like, yeah, it's Saturday. So I have to be here for 8:30 a.m. every day. I'm like, that ain't me. I could never. So have fun with it. Don't be scared to try new things. Go to your mentor. Hey, I want to try this. What's your opinion? And just don't be scared. It's your business and you can find ways to amplify it and leverage AI, guys. Okay, so down here, I don't know if you see that. So do you see the bottom where it says extra tools? Please write these down. A lot of you guys message and you're like, hey, I don't know how to find content. Duplication, I get it, only goes so far. But if you want to start making a little bit more original content, you want to start sticking out, you want to start adding the next one, value. Okay, these are not only can you leverage ChatGPT, but these sites down here will help you. So all of them are what's trending right now in your niche. So if you want to put affiliate marketing, online income, what are how-tos, whatever. For example, I started a financial literacy series. Literally, do you want to know where I got that information from? Money Pro. Money Pro, a tool that you have, a tool that you guys have that you're paying for. I'm literally learning, writing notes, learning, and then giving it back to people. Why? Because value. Why should people follow you? Why do you follow other creators? Okay, why? All right. What makes you stand out? What are people gaining from being on your page? Is it laughs? Are you funny? Is it education? Are they learning something? Is it like I don't know, maybe they like just how you look. But you need to really figure out why and add some value to your page. Okay? So these sites, you guys get them? I'll redrop them in the chat if you didn't, but please get them. Okay. The last one is consistency. Showing up is consistent. Showing up is sexy to the audience more than having a viral video. So what I mean by that, I've had people straight up sign up with me because they told me that they were following another person, but they stopped posting. As simple as that, because they're like, well, if they stop posting, like their business isn't running. Like I've literally had people tell me that they don't want to sign up with someone who's not consistent. It's true. So having a viral video is nice, but I'm gonna tell you what, I would rather sign up with someone who's posting consistently all the time. Like I know they're showing up. I know that every day their business is open, because even if it's a little bit about business and a little bit about personal or whatever, you guys need to find that line, because posting all about business, you're not building a community, you're not building followers. But not posting anything about your business, people don't know what you do, so why should like you'll find that line. But I would much rather follow someone like that than someone who got like one video that hit 1 million and then I haven't showed up for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So again, this is how you build a community and a brand. Something about Jessie Lee, guys, and I can't really get out of my head. She inspires me so much because like when she passed, the whole world felt it. It was everywhere. You know what I mean? Like people people really were touched by her presence. And she's in our profession. Yeah, like Tilly, like I cried and I met this girl once and I cried and was like, oh my God, like this is a tragedy. Like it's not cool. Like it's not good. Um, and her community is still going strong. She could sell ice to a polar bear because she just like her presence. And I know you guys are here because you want to help people. Like I get it. We're all here to make money. We're all here to do that stuff, right? But she really built, like Tilly said, she really built a relationship with people. She made you feel like like you were on her level, you were important, that like it was good. She brought tons of value. Let's go back. She brought tons of value and she was so consistent. Tons. I could still go on her page and still get value. Okay, so these are the main things for social media. Make sense? Drop a one in the chat. Makes sense. Drop a two in the chat if you still think I'm crazy. So there's still things on her story. Yeah, it's wild. Cool guys, cool guys. Last thing. Last thing. And I wanted to add this because again, in the book that I'm reading, it really stuck out to me. I don't know if you've heard this before, but fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. And it really sticks with me. Fear can be paralyzing. And I'm sure you guys have heard this from Christian before because I think he's mentioned it on a training. But he talks about the fear of death being actually not the first fear of most people. It's actually like public speaking. And if you actually break it down, it's because people are more scared of what people think of them than death. Because most people, when asked, they were like, well, as long as I'm not there for it, as in like as long as they don't feel it, like once they're dead, they're dead. That's why they're not scared about it. People are more scared of danger, how they're going to feel about it, than like, and people are more scared of a sense of danger rather than actual danger, which was super eye-opening to me. People are just scared of what people think of them. They don't want to feel like a failure. They attach themselves to their failure. But you guys have heard me say this before. You've heard a lot of people say this before. We're failing forward here. And I'm going to be straight with you guys, whether you're new here, you're old here, you've seen me a billion times, whatever. If you are not ready to fail, you're not going to make it here. Michelle is so right. Do it scared. It's not it's not a mistake if you learn from it. Plan to fail, guys. Because sometimes the biggest failure leads you to your biggest success. You need to fail. You need to. So don't be scared of failing. And you'll realize it wasn't that bad to begin with. And that's what this quote really, really drives for me is fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. Once you put your first foot in, you realize it's a puddle. You realize it's a puddle in the grand scheme of things. Now, the reason I say this, guys, is because I'm going to tie it back to the campaign here. Let me just stop sharing my screen. I want to see all your faces. Now's your time, just because we ran a little bit over. If you have any questions, drop them here and I will touch them while I'm just saying this. But the biggest thing, guys, is for this campaign, I want you guys to run hard. Before we did teams, now it's every champ for themselves. All right. That means you're up. Just so you know, mine, Rosanna's, Rohan's, Christian's, all of our points count. You're up against us. I love that. Love that for you. And I really want you guys to, like, when I was new and I was up against the big leads, the big boss, I loved it. So I was like, how can I learn from this? How can I go? And I really want you guys to understand that this point system here, if you're scared to do lives, if you're scared to go talk to people, now is your time. This is where we see new people shine. This is where we see the next like wave of leaders. This is it. And if you don't want to be a leader here, that's a-okay. That is a-okay. But I'll tell you what's going to be really cool is you're going to see a lot of new people get started. You're going to see a lot of big ranks hit. And we're going to see another wave of leaders from people just from this campaign. There is people on my team from the last time we did this campaign that are still with me today. Killing it. Love it. It's cool. So besides that, guys, do we have any questions? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're good, so I know, so I'm not just sitting here staring at myself. 111. No questions? Perfect. Love that. All right, guys. Well, thank you for spending this hour with me. I really enjoyed it. I'll drop those links in the builders channel. Are you ready for Monday? I am so ready for Monday. Y'all already know. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go to the mall to in-person prospects. Gonna go kill it, get some more points under my belt. And without further ado, I will see you guys next time. Oh, wait, first, get your level up. Do your level up. Do your level up. Get it. Sorry. Do you guys want some music in the background? Play some more Halloween music? Level up. Level up every Saturday. Play Monster. Take me the Monster Mash one. I love that. All right, guys, go get some points and go kill it, okay? Peace.